zany to the max. So just sit back and relax. You'll laugh when you collapse. We're Animaniacs. Come join the Warner Brothers
and the Warner Sister Dot.
Just for fun, we run around the Warner movie lot. They lock us in the tower whenever we get caught. But we break loose and then the moose, and now you know the plot. We're Animaniacs. God is cute and yakko yaks. Wacko packs away the snacks while Bill Clinton plays the sax. We're Animaniacs. Meet Pinky and the brain who wants to rule the universe. With letters brought together, Slappy whacks them with her purse. Buttons chases Mindy while Rita sings a verse. The writer's script, we have no script, why bother to rehearse? We're Animaniacs. We have pay or play contracts. We're zany to the max, there's baloney in our slacks. We're Animaniacs, totally insane.
Here's a show's naming.
Animaniacs, those are the facts.
Far away, there's a place where the lonely go, where there's no way home. No one knows, no one cares to know who I am. So just take me there, 'cause now I have nothing left, and I am scared to death. Will they remember me? Hanging my news this week, throw it all away. Throw it all away for 15 minutes of fame.
Hello YouTube and welcome to Auto Club, site to race number 5 of the NRSL Hooters Series, season number 5, or season number 4. I gotta remember that, because Cup's the only one in season 5, either way. PJ Williams is 14th in the points and he'll start outside row number 1 alongside Preston Plord, your pole sitter here today. Jerry Shelley and Mohammed Zain Abdullah will make up row number 2 with Oriel Pollard and Chris Olivier row 3, Jessica Shelton and Amanda Shelley row 4, and Stephen Pollard 3rd and Sky Commons in row number 5. Here's the rest of your starting grid. Hunter Braxton, you see there, is the points leader, coming in with 4 top 10s in the first 4 races so far this season. He has a 63-point lead over Zach Flickinger and a 64-point lead over Jessica Shelton, the Bristol winner. Jerry Shelley is 4th in points, 109 back, and William Brock, the Atlanta winner, 123 points back in 5th. Rest of the top 10, Time Pollard, Mary Shelley, Amanda Shelley, last week's winner at Road America, Johnny Gardner, and Becky Lynch, the top 10. All the way down to Amanda Shelley can actually leave here as the points leader, the top 8. And 7 of the top 10 in points are Chevy drivers, and the entire top 13 either drive a Chevy or a Dodge. Can Ford or Toyota break through with their first win of the season?
Drivers, start your engines!
Command has been given. I gotta get this off to none. Whoops. Algebranauskas a little slow to roll off the grid. So was that doesn't look good. Well, and that is why there are issues to Algebranauskas' car. Number 20 with issues, as well as the 18. Jack James as well. The 2 Gibbs cars, both with an issue off the start. Well, we were going to get to onboards. We'll now do that really quickly. Hunter Braxton will be carrying the Haviland onboard. Zach Flickinger, the Dodge onboard. Jessica Shelton, the Chevy onboard. Jerry Shelley, the Camping World onboard. Time Pollard, the AutoZone onboard. Mary Shelley, the Geico onboard. PJ Williams, the Ford onboard. And Dylan Young, the Toyota onboard camera. Let's watch from Dylan Young. And that was the start of the race there from back in the pack. And it's not been a good start for either the 18 or the 20. In fact, the 18 isn't even at the start-finish line yet. They now get going, so they will join the race. They are one lap down, though. Either way now, though, Preston Plord leads over Chris Louvier. Jerry Shelley trying to go for third, or I guess I should say it's Oriole Pollard trying for third. And will not be able to do so as the caution flag flies for the first time today, and it's for Max Anderson and a heavy crash on the back straightaway. And Jack James might have been trapped 2 laps down. Never mind, no, he will get to pass the pace car. And looking through the field, trying to see if they are going to plow into each other. Johnny Gardner, the 22, with damage. 9th in the points. Sam Young with damage. 12th in points. RJ Reynolds, the rough season continues. And I think this is going to be our one and only pit stop of the race. Some drivers already shown and committing that they're wanting to go to pit lane. I'm not seeing anyone staying out here at all. So Preston Plord leads the field down onto pit lane. Dylan Young will see as the first one to his pit stall. Max Anderson has already taken his car behind the wall. They are done for the day. And fuel only up and down the pit lane. And it's going to be Preston Plord out first. Then Chris Louvier. Hunter Braxton third. Jerry Shelley fourth. And Enzo Nareza in fifth. Oriole Pollard, Jessica Shelton, Sky Commons, Henry Williams, and I think Alexander Rowe rounding out the top 10. And with that, we'll take you back to the green flag, or not to the green flag, we'll take you back to take a look at what happened to bring out the caution. And here's what happened coming off turn number 2. Look up, I think, towards the wall, maybe. Sam Young's going to clip Max Anderson down into RJ Reynolds. Nowhere for him to go. Paul Swanson gets a piece of it. That's Samet Ozcon, the 15. There's Gardner getting his bit of damage. Looks like Sheila Shear might have gotten by it. I think. Problem is, I don't think we've got... Well, we've got... we don't have any onboards of this, so... With that, we'll go ahead and take you back to the green flag. Preston Plord is the race leader. And we are back. Preston Plord is indeed the race leader. Chris Louvier second, Hunter Braxton third, Jerry Shelley, Enzo Nareza top 5, Oriole Pollard, Jessica Shelton, Sky Commons, Henry Williams, and Alexander Rowe the top 10. James Qualls runs 11th, William Brock, Tim Randolph, Mary Shelley, Time Pollard, Chris Washer, Dylan Young, Jonathan Zorline, PJ Williams, and Mohammed Zain Abdullah, top 20. Stephen Pollard III, Isaac Flickinger, Kyle Matthews, Kev Shear, Charles Sanford, Bafode Sacco, Becky Lynch, William Flickinger, Amanda Shelley, Ace Rogers, top 30. Zachary Fitzwater, Paul Swanson, Zach Flickinger, Sheila Shear, Samet Ozkan, Alex May, RJ Reynolds, and Sam Young, the lead lap cars. Alger Baranowskis and Jack James are actually going to get to restart this race from the tail end of the lead lap. But the problem is they're going to need a very, very, very quick caution. Johnny Gardner and Max Anderson both taking their cars behind the wall. Their days are done, so that's going to be a huge hit in the points for Johnny Gardner at this point of the season. Green flag is back out. We're underway once again. Chris Louvier actually going to try and make the move. As you see, Baranowskis is off the pace, apparently. And Preston Plord actually had to make the move to the outside of Baranowskis. Now has to try and go to the inside of Jack James, as Baranowskis is holding up someone back here. There it is. Held up, 12th on back. And now Chris Louvier wants the race lead from Preston Plord. That would have been close at the line. Louvier, though, will clear for the race lead. Now Jack James trying to get second back, or not, I'm sorry, he's a lap down. Ignore me. Battle between Shelton and Braxton there, between the two of the top three in the points there. Been oh so consistent so far all season long between both of them. No shock here to see them both running inside the top five early on, as Preston Plord goes back for the race lead on Chris Louvier. Shelton now clears Braxton, though. Pollard into 5th. And here comes Alexander Rowe, a guy in need of a good run. 39th in the points coming into this one. Then again, I see Enzo Nareza back there, and he could use a really good run too. As Jack James is actually up to speed, which is good. Not quite sure what happened to him or his teammate there on the start of the race, but it is what it is now at this point. Not much he can do about it, as Braxton and Shelton battle for third once again. And Braxton loses the momentum down the straightaway, as Pollard goes to the middle. Braxton's going to lose a spot here on that inside line through 3 and 4. Now can Louvier try and make a move on Preston Plord once again? Battle for the top spot at Auto Club. Move Louvier back to the top spot. And just kind of looking at the back of the field, seeing who's off the pace or not. I don't think any of these guys would be off the pace, just maybe got caught up behind the 20. Now Jessica Shelton closing in on the 48 car for second. Meanwhile, Pollard cleared for 4th. Braxton now goes back for 5th here on Jerry Shelley. And will easily make that move, as Sky Commons makes the move on Jack James now. Not for position though. And James Qualls through the middle here, trying to get past Kyle Matthews. Will do so, or at least defends from Kyle Matthews, I guess. Alexander Rowe with a run down the straightaway, back in 10th now. And Jack James actually is going to repass the 33. Meanwhile, Shelton has gotten second away from Preston Plord. Now Preston's going to try and make the crossover here on the 2 car going into turn number 3. Wasn't quite able to do so though, and Shelton now will get a run, and Oriole Pollard going to try and go for 3rd here on the 48 car. That outside line still working better through 3 and 4, definitely, but we're not seeing as bad of racing in terms of what we saw yesterday with the truck race. Granted, it wasn't that bad, but it was really weird with the way that the line worked there compared to how it's working here today. Shelton peeking on Louvier here, looking to the inside of that 88 Navy Chevy. Ten to go next time by. 11 laps to go here at Auto Club right now as Preston Plord once again makes the move on the 2. Throw a blanket over the top 5 right now as it's Louvier, Shelton, Plord, Braxton, and Pollard. And then basically everyone else. Top 5 are single file as there we go now. 10 laps to go from Auto Club Speedway. Preston Plord makes the move for 2nd. But can Shelton get the run down the back straightaway? Yes, she can. And now Braxton's going to make the move for 3rd. Can Shelton use the momentum there to maybe try and propel her to a move for the lead? Still peaking. Been nothing more than peaking yet, but Braxton now is into 3rd. Braxton with a full head of steam. We have yet to see a repeat winner yet this season for Hooters. We saw a repeat winner for the first time yesterday. Shelton, though, is going to get the run down the back straightaway. Here comes Preston Plord. Oriole Pollard now throwing his name into the mix for this battle for 3rd now. As Braxton's going to get the run off turn number 4. Was that going to be what Shelton needed maybe? Get a little bit of gap and get a run here on the 88. I don't think lap traffic's going to be anything to deal with here. Shelton back to the back bumper of the 88, down the back straightaway. Plord now makes the move for 3rd. Nothing going there that time for him. Here comes Braxton. Gonna have him the run down this front straightaway. Sky Commons now has cleared the lap car. Nothing going yet for the 42. Looks like Louvier just kind of gets that momentum down the straightaway right now. Shelton just sizing up the 88 a little bit as well. Looking for where will be the best spot to make the move. If Louvier is able to pull this off, it will be the 4th straight Chevy winner in the NRSL Hooters Series. The only non-Chevy to win was Hunter Braxton at Daytona. Shelton now makes the move though for the race lead down the back straightaway. Might not be able to get it done here, but Braxton might be able to get the run as well. Preston Plord went to the inside to try and help. They're still going to be side by side down the front straightaway. Can Shelton hold it in there strong going into 1? We've seen the inside line work better through 1 and 2. Shelton is still there. Braxton to the extreme high side. 5 to go at Auto Club. Now 4.5 down the back straightaway. Side by side for the race lead between the 2 and the 88. Team Chevy battling it out at Auto Club. And Shelton to the lead. Louvier now with a crossover. Side by side. Oh, so close at the line. Now Louvier will pull back out in front as they go through 1 and 2. Shelton now with a crossover down the back straightaway. Now Shelton looks to have to try and clear Louvier through 3 and 4. Not going to do so yet. Now Louvier will get the run down the front straightaway here. Battle right now is for 3rd. Louvier leads at the stripe with 3 laps to go. Shelton still there though, as they're still side by side for the lead. Braxton now to 3rd. Or trying to get 3rd. Side by side still down the back straightaway. As Plord and Braxton still can't even clear each other. Oriole Pollard, Befode Sacco looking on. Shelton will clear again as they come out turn number 4. 2 laps to go at Auto Club. Louvier unable to get the crossover this time. Well, at least not right away. Now down the front straightaway, Louvier back to the inside. Here comes Preston Plord. Louvier got loose a little bit through 1 and 2. 3 wide for the race lead at Auto Club. Down the back straightaway. Preston Plord's going to clear going into 3. Louvier and Shelton, though, should be able to get a run here. Plord tries to block Louvier unsuccessfully. White flag is out. 1 to go here at Auto Club as they're 3 wide again for the race lead. Nearly contact between the 18 and the 8. Louvier back out in front. Here comes Plord, though, down the back. 48 makes a move side by side through 3 and 4. I think it's going to be Louvier, though. Down to the line. Chris Louvier will win at Auto Club. Befode Sacco somehow manages to just barely get in there for 4th. Shelton 3rd. Oriole Pollard is going to come home 5th. Common 6th. Braxton 7th. Qualls 8th. Kyle Matthews 9th. And 10th place to Alexander Rowe, as the 88 car wins by 88 thousandths of a second. That was a spectacular race, though. Went through the top 10. There's the rest of the finishers there. Jack James, Alger Baranauskas 1 lap down. Gardner and Anderson, obviously retirees due to the one and only incident of the race. Either way, congrats to Chris Louvier there as Chevy continues their dominance as they take home the top 4 positions in this one and their 4th straight victory here in the NRSL Hooters Series. Can anyone stop the Chevys? Well, we'll have to see at 3 unit if they can or not. The short track that usually ends up being chaosy at best, to word it. I'd like to thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't today. I'm Gordon Fan 2-1, and I'll see you next time.